Hello, I'm here. I know there's nothing. There's nothing. So, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me. I know I'm kind of looking kind of rough around the edges. I've been cleaning walls today. God help me. Oh, look at that. I got something on me. Oh, I hadn't even looked in the mirror, but I got a little spot there. I don't know what that's from. Maybe from anyway, something dropped on my face. So, anyways, welcome everybody, and thank you for coming. And I'm going to stop washing walls for a while because it's really up and down the ladder is, yeah, and I kind of stumbled down a couple times, so I think I'm going to stop doing that. So today, so the sun is in Cancer. And as we're building up to go towards that new moon that's coming up, we have a sun that is going to be coming on Sirius on July the 4th, actually. So there's a lot. Okay. This message is going out to prepare people on the energies that are coming forth, especially for July. All right. And as things are coming to near the end of June, well, at the end of June, going into July, things are going to get a little bit crazier when it comes to the energies. So it's really important to get yourself prepared in the direction that you want to go into and not be fearful of it. And this is really, it's the change to change the shit. There's a shit ton coming. And with Neptune covering up a lot and numbing. So Neptune is slowing right down. So it's going to be coming into a numbing where a lot of things are going to be covered up. So remember, he rules the media, and so you got to look at what's going to be covered up, information that's not going to be covered up. We're already not hearing a lot about certain things that are happening out in Europe, and that we're not hearing as much, or we're hearing bits and pieces. We're not hearing the whole thing. So there's going to be a lot of cover up that's going to be happening with Neptune as it slows down. And then we were going to have Jupiter slowing down as well. So Uranus is going along. It's at 17 degrees. So it's over the halfway point in Taurus. So this is really getting constructive. Like we're in the next half of Taurus. We're not in the discovery of what do we need to do, what kind of changes we need to do. This is Uranus in Taurus is really wanting us. It's like at 17 degrees. What are you preparing? So there's a lot to do about preparing, about taking action in that preparation, and stop making the excuses of being fearful. There's a lot there that can stop you from not going forward, from not doing what it is that you want to do. And when you start looking and you're playing the fear card, and not going to work, not doing what it is that you need to do, it'd be like me sitting around doing nothing and saying, "Oh, I hope the house gets packed. Oh, I hope it gets clean." And not doing anything because I'm fearful of the change of moving. I'm fearful of stepping out into that new place, wherever it is. You've got to move on. You've got to take that action to move forward. This is where, to stabilize the feel good, get into that really good feeling, and watching out, because there's some really weird fear that's going to be coming out to create the change. So there's some weirdness that's going to be coming forward. And at the end of June, as we're going into July, it's going to start getting crazier. This is, we're entering into a very crazy season. And Mars, by I think July the 4th, Mars is going to be out of his home sign and into Taurus. And he doesn't like Taurus because it's slow moving. It's not active. It's, it doesn't really want to it doesn't get what it really wants, kind of thing. Venus is sort of she doesn't mind being in Gemini. It's just sometimes Gemini is too quick or doesn't think things through, because it rules Libra, and Libras are very thoughtful. They want to think things through. They want to weigh things out. They want to look at all their options, kind of thing. Same with Taurus. want to weigh out our options, making sure not burning any bridges. This is one-on-one relationships. And the fear with the South Node in Scorpio, if you're in your fear and the South Node is in Scorpio, honey, that fear is going to keep you there. That fear is going to really, combine you and make sure that you stay where you are, because that's what Scorpio will do. It will play on your fear. Who's the ruler of Scorpio? Pluto. And Pluto right now is in retrograde in Capricorn. And it's coming up to a point that is very very interesting. It's coming up to that 1776 point, which was at 2733 degrees. And it's going to hit that on July the 11th. So there is some real big changes that are coming in and new directions that are coming forth, and we can't be afraid of them. We got to really face these directions. We've got to really step forward in them. And it could be that, it could be the end of a relationship, or it could be, starting something new. It could be, ending a job. It could be a move. It could be whatever. There's so many different things that could be coming in for you at this time. And if you're going into the numbingness, Neptune in Scorpio, Neptune, not in Scorpio, but Neptune in Pisces and the South Node in Scorpio, will make sure that you just numb it all away and go into places that you don't want to go and go into some crazy fear factor. And that's when you go down the Alice in Wonderland rabbit hole. And it could be fantastic and fabulous, and you could find a lot of really cool, quirky things. But there's also a lot of things that you don't want to get into, or you don't want to fall into, right? And so this is where it's like, okay, where's my intuition and where's my head? Let's combine it. How does it make me feel? All right. Okay, I got the feeling. And when I go into this direction, is this the direction that I really want to go into? And if you get a yes, okay, it's a yes. Let's logically now look at what are the action steps that I need to take with that yes in order to move in that beautiful direction I need to move forward into. Because it's going to start getting crazier. And don't fall into the fears and don't fall into the propaganda, because when Neptune starts slowing down and starts putting in the numbing, in comes the crazy propaganda, in comes slipping into the fear, especially when Saturn is retrograde and it's going back over everything that we've been through in the last 6 months, right? So it's going back through things, right? And uncovering it even more. So if there's some more things that you were going through in the last 6 months and you haven't really dealt with them, if you haven't really looked at them, Saturn is the one that's going to hold you accountable. He wants to hold you accountable for what you have done or not done. If you've done it, hey, yeah, Saturn's the first one to say, okay, let's get going. If you haven't done it, then he's going to say, whoa, okay, you know what? There's shit that you still need to be doing. So this is holding yourself accountable for what it is that you also need to be doing. So we're in a crazier times. They're just going to get crazier right now before they get better, in the mundane muggle world. And, when we start to not do the work, I guess, some of the shadow work, if you're not doing some of your shadow work and addressing your fears. I mean, I have a huge fear of moving. Who does like to move? Some people do. Some people really like to move, but I don't. I'm not a mover. I'm from 2014 to 2017 was the most we moved. Before that, we lived in a house for 9 years. Before that, we lived in Penticton, and we lived there for, in a couple spots, but we basically were there for 20 years. So we're not huge ones to pack up and let's just move. Let's just go somewhere. It's not our thing. We don't just want to pack our stuff up and go. That's very Scorpio. It's like, the thing is that with the Scorpio energy and with the South Node there, sometimes it's like, oh, well, it's not that bad, it's okay, and you'll make up every excuse in the world to stay where you are so you don't have to make the changes. Even though you know that you want to make the changes, you know that you have to make the changes. This is where you start to look at, okay, why am I so fearful of making those changes? It's the fear of the unknown. It's the, oh my God, if I move, can I afford the rent? Can I afford this new place? Is it going to work out? All of these crazy thoughts go through your head. Well, at least they go through mine. On, oh my God, do I have enough for the down payment? Do I have enough for the, this is, for the move, I got to have money for the U-Haul. I got to have money for the junket guy. These are all the things that go through my head. Can I do this? So it can be overwhelming, and it can be very, where you just freeze, and it's like better to freeze and just let everything collapse around me, and then I'll figure it out, right? Be the tower, but you don't want to be the tower. You want to be the action steps, and take that fortitude and the action to say, you know what, I am going to go into the direction I want to. I am going to make a better day of it today. I am strong and courageous. I am. And this is where the affirmations come in. Those who are in my journey club have, the affirmations, doing your affirmations. So important, right? And building up the I ams are your road, right? Helping you with your road. So I have a sale on my summer sale, 1 hour readings, $99. And my readings are done on Google Meet. That's how I'm doing my meet and my readings right now. I'm not going to people's houses, very rarely that I go to, unless anyways, don't go to people's houses. And right now I can't have anybody in my house because my house just ain't set up for anybody. As you can see, you could probably hear the echo because my pictures are all down. The curtain is down. Things are moving. Things are changing. And to move and go with the changes in amongst the craziness. So a couple people asked me about Russia and stuff. It's progressing. It's going to be a long war. It's going to be long. It's going to be something that's going to be where it's sort of touch and go, but I things don't get crazy see, every time Uranus goes into Gemini, that's when the Americans actually step into war. And that's when they stepped into World War II. So right now, they have a lot to deal with in their own country. And I think that's going to come to the forefront very quickly over the next coming months in the United States, where they really have to look at what's important for them as a country. And same with Canada. Canada has a lot to deal with within itself too, and the direction that it needs to go into. And I know they're trying to do talks on making zero green emissions and things like that right now, on how to move in that direction. And the earth can't sustain that either, right? The earth can't sustain the solar power and wind power and stuff like that. They've tried it in different countries. They've tried it in China. They tried it in Norway, and they tried it in Sri Lanka, tried to go all organic, and it's not sustainable anymore. It's not sustainable as much as we want it to be sustainable, but it's not. And this is where we have to look at, where many countries are starting up their coal again for making heat and everything. So this is a huge wake-up call for us. The other thing that is coming forward, and that is really crazy, is K2 comet is coming in. And right now we have 5 planets that we are able to see at night. We haven't been able to see that since 1864, those 5 planets. And on July the 14th, We have the K2 comet coming in, giving us a message from the universe. So, and it's going to be extremely close to the Earth. And that's just a couple days after the conjunction of the natal chart Pluto with the United States. So there is between now and I'd say July the 14th, 15th, we're going to start feeling a lot more rumbling that's coming around, and messages from the universe, and ironically, with the sun coming on Sirius, this is really igniting some new directions for us and some new vitality. So this is activating the change that we are needing, and this is going to really get you. Are you in playing with this new activation? Are you in moving with this new energy, or are you hiding away? Are you not facing what it is that you need to face? So there's just get prepared for the big changes that are coming in. That's all I'm going to say. This is prep time, people. And this is prep time not only for food, this is prep time for when things get really crazy. Somebody asked me, oh, this won't hit Canada. Oh, it will. Canada seems to be the utopia, sometimes people think, but it's not. When the market crashes for the housing. So if you're looking at a house right now where it was about a year ago at 2%, you're looking at a 7% interest rate right now, and a lot of mortgages they're not allowing them to lock in. They want them to be variable rate. So if you're going in for a variable rate, so the market is going to start getting crazy. We're going to start seeing a lot more homelessness within Canada. And this isn't homelessness of people who can't, who aren't working, but this is homelessness that is going to be where people are working and they just can't afford the housing. They can't afford a roof over their head. So you're going to find families or people coming together. So more people living in a house because they can't afford to live on their own. So that's the other thing that's coming forward with all of this. So this is like, huge wake up, huge activations that are coming in. And it's, this is for us to get activated, to get moving, to get going, and to not deny our truth, really. This isn't about a time of denial. This is a time of, let's get moving. And I know I've given out warnings before, but this is, I think, I just feel like this is huge, guys. When it comes to shortages that are going to come in, when it comes into price hikes that are going to be coming, when it comes into how you are manifesting, for this. The thing is, when I go into the astrology, there isn't free will. Because the planets are going to tell you this is what's going on. This is the energy that's coming in. How are you going to utilize the energy? And when I look at people's charts, it's showing me that, okay, this is what you're coming in to deal with in this lifetime. This is what's happening, and these are the changes that are going to be having to make in your chart, right? Or in your life. If you don't make them, then there will be other things that you have to go through. So, that's the way it happens, right? Same with me. It's like I might have had an inclination to move a few months ago, but I'm like, oh, well, I'm in a contract. I shouldn't move. And where it was probably the time that I should have been moving, right? Didn't listen. So this is where I'm at right now. So, hey, deal with what I have to deal with. These are the cards that are being dealt, and do the best I can. And, onwards and upwards, and keeping up. And hopefully I don't fall off the ladder again. I'm not going up the ladder again today. I'm done with the ladder. I'm done. It's been a lot today, a lot of cleaning. So have a fabulous day, everybody. And I have a sale for the readings, and I also have a garage sale coming up this weekend. So please come on out to see the garage sale, and if there's anything there that you would like to purchase. So have a blessed one, everybody, and we will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.